Hi guys, thanks so much for stopping by. So today I will be doing a fertilizer review. This is Miracle Grow Shake and Feed All-Purpose Continuous Release Plant Food. And it says it has kelp, earthworm castings, feather meal, and bone meal. And it comes in this gigantic jar, 8 pounds, and it's supposed to feed up to 3 months. Okay. The good and the bad about granules. The good thing about granules, it's very not high maintenance. You put it on every 3 months and it's supposedly just continuously feed your plants. The con of that is basically the same thing. I worry on the fact that it's 24/7 that the plants are being fed fertilizer. Fertilizer is kind of harsh when it's a little too much. So that did worry me before, but when I purchased this, I still trusted Miracle Grow. I do not trust them anymore because they have backstabbed me and they twisted the knife pretty hard. So and the good thing is I haven't made a review of this, so now I have the chance. When I used this, I really had high hopes. And before I started using this for my outdoor plants, I used to use water-soluble fertilizer, not the granules. And I just kind of thought, it's cheap, it's Miracle Grow, let's give it a shot. It really felt like it was basically, I was just giving them water. That's it. There wasn't really a great spike in growth or produce, anything, nothing. It just, literally the plants look like they were not really thriving. The bad thing about this too is that I always kind of wonder if it really did dissolve it at 3 months on the dot, 90 days, or is it before then or a little bit after? And the reason I say that is due to experience. So I fertilize all the plants at the same day so that I can refertilize them at the same day, right? After 3 months. Well, I did that, and after the second time, I gave him more. I think I gave him a second dose or a third dose, but I know I gave him more than 1 dose in 1 year. The first dose, of course, there was nothing because it was like the beginning of where, plants start to grow in the year. And the second dose, it was like, depending on, I think it just depends on the plant, the size of the plant after the first time you fed them, how much they've grown, how much this product really worked. Some of my plants were okay, some of my plants weren't. Some of my plants actually burned. Some just really started, leaves were dropping and they were just literally kind of dying. So also the edible plants that I was growing with this, it really was basically like growing with water, essentially, like no nutrients whatsoever, because we grew the same things the previous year and used a different product, and we had an enormous yield versus this. And it baffles me because, I don't know, it has an amazing rating on Amazon. I don't know, like when you Google this, the ratings are phenomenal. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, why not give it a shot, right? It's Miracle Grow. It's very affordable. It's worthless. I don't recommend it at all. I mean, if you want to give it a shot, that's your choice. I wouldn't really recommend it. So I'm not going to be responsible if any of your plants do not thrive and any of your plants do burn or die. The reason for that is I believe that not every plant is, to me, every plant is always unique. And so I follow the directions on how you're supposed excuse me, how you're supposed to do it. And it's supposed to look like that, which, okay, I did. And I noticed, because my plants are a lot of times were like, you know, not very far from each other in my yard. So you can see some of them were thriving and some of them are not. And they started off basically at the same growth or the starting growth. And it just, you can see a huge difference. So I would really stay away. I wouldn't really suggest the slow release or any kind of granule plant food. I would suggest when it comes to fertilizer, do the water soluble, because you are fertilizing whenever you want to, which is you're mixing it with water. If you decide to do it on Monday, the first Monday of the month, and maybe you want to do it on Wednesday again or on Friday again. The good thing about water soluble is that when it does rain or in between, it does just go through. This really just stays on top and it just continuously feeds your plant. So just be very, very careful. If you do want to try it. Again, I do not suggest it. I do not advise on that because I know it's super dirt cheap, and there's a reason why it's super dirt cheap. There is no bad smell to that, so that is something good. However, it just, if you want your plants to thrive, I would suggest look for something else. You might have to really just do more in your yard rather than just letting it just, you know, oh, it's just the rain. It's just us, you know, it's not going to be like that. I honestly thought it was going to be like that. That's why I got the granules. I was just going to be like, when people come over, I'd just be like, oh my gosh, your garden is amazing. And I'd be like, oh, thank you. It was just the rain and a little bit of Miracle-Gro granules. You know, it was, maybe I wouldn't even say, like, it depends. If someone was really pressing me, then maybe I'd be like, oh, you know, I was using this. But it really wasn't doing that, and it was pretty embarrassing to begin with. So I was telling everybody, yeah, do not get this because look at my yard. So, and again, the previous year we did, you know, previous years we did different things, and we did, I fed my plants a different fertilizer is what I mean. And they all thrived with different things, but with this one, they never did. And one died. So I don't recommend. I give it 0 out of 5 stars, and I do not give it a thumbs up at all. I recommend use a different fertilizer. Again, from my personal experience, Miracle-Gro, really, their fertilizers are unforgiving. So if you put a little bit too much, it will just, like, your plants really take a beating pretty bad. So just FYI, and I'm not just talking about this one, I'm talking about all their fertilizers in general, because I do, I probably have owned and used every single fertilizer they have. I think I have. So I could definitely give you guys, you know, the full info on that. So there you have it. This is a shake and feed. I would suggest if you want to do a Miracle-Gro product, I would suggest the water-soluble one. Not the spike, but not this one, the water-soluble. I think that is the most forgiving out of all of them. So if you want to do that for your backyard or your front yard or your entire lot, it definitely is economical because it's definitely very cheap. But just don't expect too much from it. It's just right now I'm experimenting with different brands and different fertilizers and all that, and I feel like I have been living under a rock, and that rock on top of me was Miracle-Gro. So yeah, I really wouldn't recommend that. I hope you enjoy my review, and you're gonna give me a like, and as well as a new subscriber if you're not a subscriber yet, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. If you guys want to chit chat about this product, you want to talk about gardening, indoor, outdoor, edible, floral, foliage, let me know down below. I love talking about gardening. I love talking with you guys all the time, and I always respond when I am notified. So thanks guys, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.